Hello and welcome to this video that shows you how to fill out the end of course checklist. Now please pay attention because this can be a little tricky. But it doesn't have to be, as long as you are just paying attention and following through step by step. Okay, first thing you're going to do is pick which department you're in. So let's say you're in general education and interdisciplinary studies. Boom. All right, faculty name. Well, hopefully you know that. That's you. Okay. The semester. So this video was updated fall of 2019. And then you're going to put the course name. That is the description of the course. So let's say it would be Spanish 1 or whatever the name of the course is. And then you would actually have the course. Let's say this is 102-01. Whatever. Okay. But this is one of these per course. You have to fill out one of these for every single course that you've taught. All right, now there are two sets of information that you have to submit. Okay, now imagine this. So we have the task stream information and we have the SharePoint information. Imagine task stream. Task stream is one warehouse and SharePoint is a different warehouse. So we have things that need to be stored, but we're storing them in two different warehouses. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the items for task stream. The first thing you have to include is a copy of the pre-test and post-test. Ideally, this would be the pre-test, post-test, and the answers to the pre-test, post-test. Now, if your pre-test, post-test is not like a multiple choice, let's say you're teaching a music course and you're actually having them perform a piece of music without ever seeing it, and then you have them perform a piece of music at the end with them practicing it, then you can just simply say for the pre-test, post-test, they were to do this. You can explain what it was. But if it's a multiple choice, include a copy of that test with the answers. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have a copy of that, and that's going to go into a folder which we're going to send to task stream. So all this stuff up here is going to go into a folder. Okay, make sure we're talking about this right here. We'll get to this stuff in just a second. This is going to go to a folder. Ooh, look at that blue. Okay. Next, you have the pre-test, post-test analysis form. There is a template that's been sent out to you, and there's a video that shows you how to complete this pre-test, post-test analysis. Go ahead and just make sure you put that into the folder as well. A completed SLO assessment form. Again, there's a video that has been created and shown you how to complete the SLO assessment form. Make sure you had that completed and put into this folder. 2 SLO work samples, at least 2 per SLO. So some courses you may only have 1 SLO. So let's say Spanish 102 only has 1 SLO. So you just need to have, 2 work samples. Ideally, it would be the assessment tool. Not ideally, it would be the assessment tool with a graded assessment tool that has the rubric included. So you need to have 2 of those. Now, some courses have multiple SLOs. So let's say it's more of an advanced course and it has 2 SLOs that you're going to be measuring. You need to make sure you have 2 different work samples. And you can just clearly state this is a work sample from SLO 1, this is a work sample from SLO 2, but you include those work samples in this folder. One gigantic folder. We're going to put all this information in for task stream. One gigantic folder, okay? Now, this last one here is program assessment report for PLO work samples. Your program coordinator will let you know if your course, if this qualifies for your course. Okay, not all courses will have this. In fact, most of them will not. These are only the courses that are being assessed via a certain form that we use in task stream. So most of you are going to have NA. Okay, and again, you just simply click on these buttons here to fill them out. Okay. But most of you will have NA for this one, again, unless your program coordinator is going to have that. Okay, so you're going to put all these things into a folder. Okay, and there's a very special way you're going to name that folder, and I will show you how to create that folder and what to name it in a separate video. Right now I'm just showing you how to fill out this form and what you're supposed to do with this form. So there'll be another video that shows you how to put all this documentation into one form and how to name it. Okay, so this is all going to be one gigantic folder which you're going to send as a zip file. Now get that out of your mind. Task stream. Okay, good. Now we're going to the second part, which is SharePoint. This is a separate set of files. This is a separate warehouse, and they don't play by the same rules, okay? For this one, you will not put these in a folder. You will not put these in a folder. You're going to just send these as files, okay? So First thing, course syllabus. Now, if you have not made any changes to the course syllabus from the day that you really started the class, because we uploaded the course syllabus at the beginning of the semester, if you didn't make any changes, you simply say, hey, I didn't make any changes, so I don't need to include it. Then you submit your semester gradebook. There's a video that shows you how to do that, how you can download your gradebook. You don't have to name it anything special. You just keep the naming convention that is done by Moodle. Same with your attendance. There's a video that shows you how to download your attendance. You don't need to name it anything special. It's just whatever Moodle names it. So you can say, we've completed those two things. Okay. So now that I've kind of gathered all my information, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an email to my program coordinator, and I'm going to copy my administrative assistant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send 4 things to them, okay? 4 things I'm going to send to my program coordinator and copy my administrative assistant on. What am I going to send them? I'm going to send a zipped folder that has all this information. That is for the program coordinator to review. Those are the Aspire items down there. I'm going to upload just the Moodle gradebook. I am not going to input the Moodle gradebook into the zip folder. No, I'm just uploading the file. I'm just uploading the file for the attendance spreadsheet. Okay, so that's the 3. So 3 of the 4 are, number 1, the zipped folder that has all this, and again, there's a video that will show you how to do that. Then you just upload the gradebook for this class, which was this one right here. Upload the gradebook or the attendance book for this one, which is right there. Okay, and then the last thing you're going to upload is this document we're filling right now. You're going to save this document and upload it. Okay, then you need to sign it before you upload it. Sign it and date it. Then it goes to the program coordinator. The program coordinator will then look at these items and make sure you did them correctly. If not, they will send it back to you and say you are missing this or you did this incorrectly. If the program coordinator has recognized that everything is done correctly, they will then send it to their department head. They will sign it and send it to their department head. Okay? Why you're going to copy your administrative assistant on the same email is that way the administrative assistant can upload the gradebook and the attendance into the correct places in SharePoint. But you only have to send one email. You're sending one email with all the information. The program coordinator can take what they need from it. The administrative assistant can take what they need from it. You've signed it. And then that goes from there. So again, program coordinators, once you get this form from your faculty members, you go through and make sure that these are completed. This is all correct. If not, then you send it back to them and get them fixed. If it's all correct, you sign it, and then you send it to your department head for them to finish up the paperwork and upload it to TaskStream. So that is how you fill out the end of course academic checklist.